Welcome students. In this module, we will learn about geography map pointing from the lesson minerals and power resources. We will see in detail what are the leading producers of mineral resources in India. That is, what are the thermal power plants in India, and these are some of the important thermal power plants. Clear. So in our book itself, they are given some important power plants. So that is what we are going to mark. Yes. So we'll see with the first three. So one is in Madhya Pradesh. Singularly, this is one of the important thermal power plants. So where this singularly will comes in the border of Madhya Pradesh. Clear. So this border of Madhya Pradesh where the singularly comes. So you should not mark in the other state. It is in the border. Clear. So it is in the border of Madhya Pradesh. So we mark here as singularly. This is one of the important thermal power plants. Clear. So this is one of the important power plants singularly. So the next place is where this Namrup, which is in the Assam region. So Assam is one of the place where this it is also in the border of Assam. You can see, right? It is in the border of Assam. You should not mark in any other place. It is in the border of Assam. That is Namrup. So if you keep the point correctly, then you can write the words in the nearby places. That is allowed. But you should keep the point properly. So in case in the exams, if they itself will keep the point, and if they ask you to write the place, that is good. Or if they ask you to mark the place, then you should be very careful. Clear? Yes. And the third most important thermal power plant is Ramagundam power plant, which is in Telangana. So you can it is also in the border of Telangana region. Clear? So it is also in the border of Telangana region. This is Ramagundam thermal power plant. Ramagundam thermal power plant. Clear? Yes. So these are the most important. Move to the next map. That is the nuclear power plants. This is the nuclear power plants in India. These are the most important nuclear power plants in India. Clear? Yes. So we'll see the important power plants. So the first important is Narora, which is in Uttar Pradesh. Clear. So Narora is one of the important nuclear power plant. It is in Uttar Pradesh. Clear. So it is in the uh, middle part of in the west corner of Uttar Pradesh. Right? So here nearby Delhi it will be. So here is where this Narora will come. Okay, so this is where this Narora nuclear power plant will come. Narora nuclear power plant. Clear. So that you should be very clear in differentiate between the thermal plants and the other power plants. Clear. So this is Narora. It's one of the important it is in Uttar Pradesh. And so we have some two other which is near this Kakrapara and Tarapur. So this is Kakrapara, which is in Gujarat region. So this Kakrapara is in the Gujarat region. So where this Kakrapara will be in the border of Kakrapara will be in the border of Gujarat. You can see, right? So here Kakrapara will come. So here this Kakrapara will be it is in the Gujarat region, and we also have another nuclear power plant which is near to that. It is in the Maharashtra. So you can see here Tarapur is in the border of Maharashtra. Tarapur nuclear power plant. This is very important power plant. This Narora, Kakrapara and Tarapur are very important power plants, nuclear power plants in India. And we also have uh, another two more, that is one in Kalpakkam, right? So which is near to Chennai. So you can mark here within Tamil Nadu. That's in near in Chennai only this Kalpakkam is there. Clear? So nearby Chennai only Kalpakkam is there. Nearby Chennai this Kalpakkam is there. This is also an important nuclear power plant. Kaiga power plant is one of the important power plant, and this is also in the this place. Clear. So this is where this Kaiga will be there. It is in Karnataka. These are the five most important nuclear power plants in India. Here, so this is Narora, Kakrapara, Tarapur, Kaiga, and Kalpaka. These are the five important nuclear power plants in India. Clear? So, any doubts? The coal fields of India, right? So, the important coal fields of India. So, what are the important coal fields that has been in India? So, in our book, textbook, we have some four important places they mentioned it. Okay, so they mentioned this four important coal fields in our country. Okay, so what are the four? Where first is this Raniganj. So first is the Raniganj. So Raniganj is in the West Bengal. So Raniganj is in the West Bengal. Clear. So first is the, I'll write here. So first is this Raniganj. Then they given about Jaharia. Then Bokaro. Then Dhanbad. Okay. So these are the main four coal fields which is given in our book. So they are mentioned in India itself. These are the leading producers of coal in India. Clear. So this Raniganj, Jharia, Bokaro, and Dhanbad. Clear. So where this Raniganj? So Raniganj is located in the West Bengal. So this Raniganj is located in West Bengal. Clear. So I'll write it as BB. So West Bengal is where this Raniganj is located. So West Bengal, Raniganj is located in this border. Clear. So here also the Raniganj is located in the border. Clear. So this is where this Raniganj, I mark it as R. Clear. So I mark it here as R. The Raniganj is located in West Bengal. So this other two fields, this Jahario and Bokaro, these two are present in the Jharkhand. These two are present in Jharkhand region. Clear. So these two are present in Jharkhand. So this is also somewhat nearby this Rani Ganj. So exactly near to that you can mark here as a in the border says Bokaro and Jaharia. So this two are nearby. Clear. So Bokaro and Jaharia, these are two which is nearby, right, as B and J. Clear. So this B for Bokaro and J for Jaharia. Clear. So these two are in Jharkhand state. So these two are in the Jharkhand state. So this Raniganj, that is one of the very important place. This important coal field in India, and also the this parts, this Bohari and Jharkhand, also very important place. Clear. And so this Dhanbad, so this third Dhanbad is also in the Jharkhand. Clear. So this Dhanbad is also located in the Jharkhand region. So where you can write here as Dhanbad. Clear. So this all these three Jagaria, Bokaro, and Jharkhand is present in the Jharkhand region. Clear. So all these three are present in the Jharkhand region. So this is where the four important places that is given in our textbooks. The important coal fields of India, or the leading coal producers of India. Clear. So along with that, there are some other parts which is also important. Clear. So these four are very important. So other places like in Neyveli, we have one coal field. That is what we measured as lignite, right? So Neyveli Lignite Corporation Limited. So here it is there. So and this where lignite is produced. Lignite is produced in India. You know the name of place, right? It is Neyveli. It is Neyveli. Okay, so it is the Neyveli important coal fields in India, or the leading coal producers in India. Clear. I repeat, Important coalfields of India such as Raniganj, which is in West Bengal. The other three are Jagaria, Bokaro and Dhanbad. So all these three, Jagaria, Bokaro and Dhanbad, is in the Jharkhand region. Clear? So these four are very important, and some other importance are Neyveli lignite, which is in Tamil Nadu, and Singarini, which is in Telangana region. Clear? So these are the major important coal producers in India. Yes. So now the important points which they have already given in your book is, first is Digboy, which is in Assam. Digboy is one of the major petroleum field for India. Clear. So Digboy is one of the major petroleum field which is for India. So here you can see, right, Digboy, it is in Assam. So Digboy is one of the important point. So which they are given in our book also. Then Bombay Eye Oil Field. Bombay Eye Oil Field. Bombay Oil Field. Then the deltas of Krishna and Godavari region. So that is okay, right. So this Digboy and this Bombay Eye Oil Field are very very important. So this Digboy is in Assam. Digboy is in Assam. Clear. So as where you mark this thermal power plant, right? This Narampur. So same here. This Digboy is also present. Clear. So Digboy will be coming in this region. So that is why I informed earlier, you should not confuse between the thermal plants and other plants. So the points will be same, but they used to ask like mark the thermal plant or the petroleum region. So thermal plant is Rampur, where for this oil fields it is Digboy. Clear. It is one of the most important place in India. And the Mumbai Eye Oil Field or the Bombay Eye Oil Field, so which is near the region of Bombay, right? You know, right? So it is in the outside of Mumbai. So in the sea only it is there. So you should mark this Bombay Eye Oil Field in the seas. Clear. So like for safety, you can need in the line. Out of the line, you can mark here, right? So not inside, over inside the seas. So you can write mark here, right? So here is where the Bombay Eye Oil Field will be there. Bombay Eye Oil Field will be there in this region. So these two are one of the major important petroleum producers of India. Okay, so the Bombay Eye Oil Field is there here, and also the Digboy, which is in Assam, which is in the Assam region. Okay, so these are the major place, and there was also another region where this petroleum is available, highly available in India, are the uh, deltas of Krishna and Godavari region. So deltas of Krishna and Godavari region. So that rivers, Krishna and Godavari rivers will follow this part, right? So near to this Visakhapatnam, this region is where the it is famous for the Tatipaka and Visakhapatnam, right? So this is where the Krishna and Godavari river basin comes, and here is also an important place for leading producers of petroleum. Clear. So you should know about this region, this southern region, especially Visakhapatnam and Thirty Paka. You can see, right? So Visakhapatnam, here will come. I'll write it as here. Visakhapatnam, then here. Okay, so these are the important petroleum producers in India. Major important petroleum producers in India. So this Visakhapatnam and Satipaka, they can ask like deltas of Krishna and Godavari. Clear? So they can make it as deltas of Krishna and Godavari. So if they ask like deltas of Krishna and Godavari, now you need to mark both the places, Visakhapatnam and also Satipaka. Clear? Or individually if they ask like Visakhapatnam, then you can mark in that place. So any doubts in this? Any doubts in this? Any doubts in this? And also some other important places like Chennai and Nagapattinam. Okay, so Chennai and Nagapattinam is also important place for this petroleum, but they are not leading producers. They are not leading producers. Nagapattinam is one of the oldest in India, oldest oil resources in India. Clear. So here Nagapattinam will come in this region. Yes. So this is about the major petroleum producers in India. Clear. So any doubts? Any doubts? Thing? Hydro power plants. Clear. So the idle power plants. So in thermal power plants itself we have three thermal power plants, nuclear power plants. Now we are seeing the hydro power plants, and also we are going to see about the geothermal power plant. So you should know the difference between the power plants and the places. Clear. So these hydro power plants are usually done using the dams, because for hydro means from water only this power is generated. So these regions are mostly the dam regions. The dam regions. So they will be giving names like dams. So in our book they are given four dams. Okay, so four dams they are given, and they are the major important hydro power plants in India. Clear. So the major power plants which they are already given are this. So the major are this Bakranangal Dam. Bakranangal Dam. So where you can see this Bakranangal, you can see in this top of this is where near this Punjab is there. Clear. So you can see here, right? This Bakranangal. This is one of the important hydro power plants in India. This Bakranangal, where the important hydro power plant in India. So is where this the first is B and it is N. So we can write as Bakranangal. Bakranangal Dam. And we call it as a Bakranangal project. So this project will come near this region. So this Bakran Nangal. And so second is the Gandhi Sagar Dam. Gandhi Sagar Dam. So this Gandhi Sagar comes near the region of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so in the Madhya Pradesh, this Gandhi Sagar will come. So you can see, right. So here this Gandhi Sagar will come. So this the region is where, sorry. So this region is where this Gandhi Sagar Dam will come. So this place is where the hydroelectricity is generated very high. And also you can see this Nagarjuna Sagar, right. So Nagarjuna Sagar. So this Nagarjuna Sagar is in the Telangana region. So here in this part you can see this Nagarjuna Sagar. So here you can see this Nagarjuna Sagar. Okay, so these are the major hydro power plants in India. These are the major hydro power plants in India. And so this is the major, and first is the Bakranangal and Gandhi Sagar, then Nagarjuna Sagar. And we also have this Damodar Valley project, so which is near the West Bengal. Okay, so near this West Bengal regions we have the uh, Damodar Valley project. Clear. So this part where you can find this Damodar Valley project. So this Damodar Valley project where they have started in the recent times. Okay, so in the recent times only we had this uh, Damodar Valley project. So you can write this Damodar Valley project in this region. Clear. So this Damodar Valley is also they given in our textbooks. Clear. So these are the major four hydropower plants in India. Major four hydropower plants in India. Clear. So any doubts on this? Any doubts? Other important places like this Idiki and Kodaya, right? So which is in Tamil Nadu. This is also the important places where you can see, right? So Idiki is in Kerala. So this will be nearby here. Here will come Idiki, and here this Kodaya Dam will come. So these are the two places. It is also important. So CD, Idiki and Kodaya. You can see, right? This Idiki and Kodaya is also important. So these are the important hydropower plants in India. So we'll move to the next thing, that is geothermal power plants in India. Geothermal power plants in India. So geothermal power plants are power plants which are using to the heatness of the soil. So the it will be from the surface of the earth, subsurface of the earth, from the heat generated from the land. They used to generate the energies. Clear. So it may be a water or a steam which is under the earth. So with the help of that they used to generate this energy. Clear. It may be for heating or also for cooling purpose. This generation will be taken. And some of the geothermal energies in India are, these are the regions. This geo, unless we for other plants we saw, right? So we saw some particular places and we mark some plants, the name of the plants, but these are some regions. We did not have uh, a perfect place for this. We have some kind of regions. Clear. So the regions where from this parts it has been generated. Clear. Yes. So some of the geothermal locations in India are, the first and most important is this Madhya Pradesh region. You can see here, right? This Madhya Pradesh region is where it is important. So for marking, if they ask uh, to mark the geothermal plants in India, so they will ask you, right, to mark which place. So you can write as Madhya Pradesh, right? So if they ask you and mark and give you, right, what is the place? So if they mentioned and ask you which is the place you for geothermal provinces, you can write Madhya Pradesh. Clear. But you should know the locations. You should know the locations where and all it is important. There now you can see in the place of Mahanadi. You can see here, right? So near this Orissa region you can find this Mahanadi place. So this is also the geothermal site. So this is near the valleys of Mahanadi river. So if they mentioned here, you can write it as Mahanadi region. Clear. And if you mark here, you can see this, right? This Himalayas region where they generate the coal power. Coal from the coal cooling system, they used to generate the thermal powers. Where this region, Sikkim and Bhutan region. So if they mark here, you can write Sikkim. So you can see this region, right? If they mark here, you can write Sikkim. Clear. So based on these sites, this is important because based on this sites. Clear. So the other importance are this Pugamanigam, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, and this Mumbai West Coast region, Godavari, Mahanadi. Clear. Scambia and this so on. So these are the important geothermal sites in India.